Okay, nice win for our program. Proud of our guys. Thought they played hard, played the full 60 minutes. They beat a heck of a football team. Stanford is a tremendous team, and one thing we felt going in is they're a physical football team. We feel like we're a physical football team. We felt like that was a matchup that may work in our favor. Um, so many guys made plays tonight. So many guys to be proud of. Drez Anderson made a bunch of plays. Bubba Poole, the way he ran the ball. Travis Wilson, the way he bounced back from last week and performed. Andy Phillips continues to be perfect in his field goals. Hackett punted the ball well. We tackled better on defense. Just a lot of positives. We still did some things that were not so good. We got a lot of work to do still. But it was good to come out on the winning end because the last two games were very similar to this, coming right down to the wire and weren't able to make the plays. The difference tonight is we were able to make those 2 or 3 plays that were the difference. And proud of our defense. Only 2 scores they gave up. They gave up, the one was on the kickoff return. And by the way, 7 is a heck of a player, the Montgomery kid. We were trying our best to kick away from him. And, he took that one to the house, obviously, and set him up in good field position another time or two. But anyways, defense played well. Giving up 14 points to that outfit is commendable. And credit to our assistant coaches, Dennis Erickson and Brian on offense, great plan. Kalani on defense, Jay Hill with the special teams. But it all boils down to players, and our players executed and did a great job. Questions?
Talk about that first defensive drive for you guys.
Yeah, not so good.
Settling
Yeah, and they settled in, didn't give up another one until midway through the fourth quarter. But we missed a tackle. They hit number 7. We missed a tackle. He weaves his way for about 30, 40, 50 yards. Then we turned the crossing route loose in a combo situation. It was a man coverage, and we got to combo those 3 receivers. And safety took a peek on the pump fake by the quarterback, lost his guy. And so we did some things wrong in that series, and they did a nice job. They came out with some good openers and executed very well. But like you said, we settled in and played very good defense the rest of the way. Had a lot of pressure on the quarterback, Nate Orchard, Trevor Riley off the edge, good push from the tackles. And so it was a team effort.
Coach, talk about Bubba Poole's effort today.
Yeah, Bubba, he's a weapon, and he ran the football, and he caught the football tonight. That little Comet swing route that we run, he caught 6 or 7 of those, and he nearly had 200 yards of total offense tonight. He was over 100 yards rushing, I think 70-something receiving. And then Lucky came in and gave us some good runs. And had we not had that holding call when Lucky broke that one outside for a first down there in the fourth quarter, it may not have been as close as it was. But anyways, it was good job by Lucky coming in and giving us some supplemental yards to what Bubba was doing tonight. Bubba Poole's a tough kid. Yeah, he was getting beat up out there a little bit and sliced his thumb open, but he's a resilient kid. He's tough as nails, and we had the feeling that he was going to come back and play like he did tonight. He was able to put that one behind him. And as I talked all week long, those 6 interceptions, at least 5 of them were not on him, and so it wasn't like he was out there making bad decisions and bad throws last week. But bottom line is he bounced back, and he's got a lot of competitive spirit. Travis Wilson does, and it showed up tonight.
Talk a little about the offensive game plan with the 2-back set. Most of the game and
Yeah,
swing passes.
we're out of tight ends. We lost Jake and Wesley, and we got to do something. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you and change how they play defense. So we're going to try to put some things in to maximize the personnel we have at our disposal. Carl Williams is one of our guys that we felt was one of our better players, and figured in heavily to that 2-back stuff. And nice job, like I said, by Dennis and Brian getting that put together and making it work.
What does this do for the program, Tom?
Well, we're at the halfway point. We're 4-2. Obviously we feel like we, a couple plays from 6-0, but by the same token, we pulled out a couple games. And so I guess, to say we're 4-2 at this juncture, going in the second half of the season, a little bit of momentum, and I think we've proved that we can stand toe-to-toe with the teams in this conference, the quality teams in this conference, the upper echelon teams in this conference, and slug it out. And so proud of our guys for that.
Gratifying you to get over the hump and get that big decision.
Very gratifying. Very gratifying to get the win, and especially against a team that's got a number 5 ranking and has been playing as well as Stanford has. Like I said at the beginning of this press conference, they're a heck of a football team. Got all the respect in the world for Coach Shaw and what he's doing there. Yeah, the offensive line came to play tonight. The way they were opening holes in the run game, we talk about Bubba Poole and Lucky, but it all starts up front. And we got good size up front. We've had some guys nicked up that are starting to feel better, that have been playing through those injuries, and are now starting to really assert themselves. And that line is really starting to come together. And we need to see that happen the rest of the season, because that's going to be huge for our football team if they continue to play as well in the future as they did tonight.
On that same note, talk about your linebackers' improvement from last season and from the beginning of the season.
Yeah, a lot more production at the linebacker position. Jason Whittingham and Norris and Riley, who played linebacker a lot tonight in the 4-3 package, have been making plays. And VJ Fajoko comes in and does some good things. We got some guys missing, that Jacoby Hale and some other guys that were really starting to come along as well, that hopefully we get back in the not too distant future. But overall, that group has been a big plus for us when you measure it against last year.
Come out of this one healthy, Coach?
We'll find out. We got some people that got banged up, and that we'll get these full assessments tomorrow. But we'll see.
Talk about the defense in those last two plays, what you're trying to do against them.
Speed things up with pressure. We called a max blitz and brought one more than they could pick up on the last play. And in order to do that, you got to peel the back, which means somebody who's blitzing is going to have dual responsibility. He's got coverage as well, and they executed it very well. The coverage in the back end was solid, and the end result was a failed fourth down conversion.
Coach forced some turnovers in that issue going into tonight's game, but he was able to get around the end and create some havoc.
Right.
What does that do when you're able to create those things?
Changes the whole complexion of the game when you're able to do that. And we still didn't get enough tonight. I think we only had 2 takeaways tonight, but we were +1, where we just threw the one interception, another deflected ball. But if we're +1 in the turnover margin or better, our winning percentage in the last 9 years is close to 90%. And so that speaks to the level of importance of that stat.
Coach, the last 3 seasons, every team, all these Pac-12 teams, are Rice Eccles with the left talking about how difficult it is to play.
Absolutely.
How great is it for you to have this great football?
It's huge, and we got a great crowd. They're loud. The support that our crowd and the Muss in particular gives this football team, and I've said it time and time again, we're very blessed to have those guys, fill that stadium every single week and cheering their guts out for the Utes.
After knocking on the door the last couple of Pac-12 games, how rewarding was it to win this and then have the fans storm the field? It was
Yeah.
a throwback to
Yeah, we've had some of those things happen in the last several years, and it was another good night. I mean, this is why you coach for nights like this, and and again, it all goes back to being so proud of the players and so happy for the players, and the work they put in. The preparation week was outstanding. We did not have a bad practice, not even close to a bad practice last week. They put in the film time, and that's the reason why we won the game.
How
It
would,
surprises you that Stanford chose to throw the ball in that last play, considering they're at most kind of the power run game?
Well, it's 4th and long too, and so it can go either way. And you'd have to ask Coach Shaw, what they were thinking, but that's a either or down, and it can go either way. And they opted to. Plus, the clock was a factor at that time. If they run the ball and get the first down, but still don't get in the end zone, that's somewhat of a factor. There's about 50 seconds left, so there's some things that went into that call. But again, only Stanford knows why they made that call. It wasn't a bad call for sure, but it was it was what they did.
so how would you compare this to some of your other
Major what?
wins?
Wins, right up there. We've had some nice wins in this program. I can't remember exactly. We beat UCLA a few years ago, and they were 5 or 6 in the country, and of course, some epic battles with TCU and the Sugar Bowl. So it's right up there with the top. At least since I've been the head coach. Certainly a top 10 win since I've been the head coach.
Coach, how did you guys hold it together after a couple of demoralizing losses in the Pac-12? How did you guys keep
Great point, because we could have fragmented. We could have started to get a little bit of what's the point type of a deal. But the senior class, Trevor Riley, all those guys refused to let that happen. They're a tough group of individuals. They hung together. There was no way that they were going to back off. They knew they were close. We knew they were close, and they just persevered. And a credit to the senior class in particular. I had a meeting with them on Thursday, and made sure we were all where we needed to be mentally, and it was very obvious that we were.
you see them rallying around guys like Trevor? What's different about him that forces the team to listen
Well, I think the team respects him on a lot of different levels. His work ethic. He's been in the program for, he's a 5-year guy in the program. He's got a lot on his plate. They understand that he's got his daughter that's very ill and a lot of things going on in his life. And he's still a great leader for those guys. And he's an inspiration for the rest of the players.
Andy Phillips' field goal, 48 yards, ended up making a big difference.
Huge difference. Yeah.
How confident were you and Andy going into that 48 yards long?
He hasn't missed yet, and we think his range is right around snapping it from the 35, which is a 52-yarder. That's about the edge of his range, and so he's inside the edge. And the kid is just so mentally tough. And Louis Sakota was here tonight. He's been here the last couple of days, and he reminds me of Louis. His mentality, the way he handles some things. One more back there, you got cut off.
I was just curious, Coach, you seem to have a knack for this over the last few years when people maybe are doubting you or writing you off after a couple tough losses. Does this just stay the course with your team? You seem to pull this team together. Big win.
Well, we've had I think some of that happen, as you mentioned. I give all the credit to the players. They just hang in there. They don't quit. They don't quit. They believe in what we're doing. They believe in each other. They believe in the system. And you just got you can't panic. You just got to keep doing what you do and what you believe in, and keep recruiting your tail off, because that's the bottom line right there.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.